Good evening, I'm Camden Cohn, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Earlier today, Nebraska Athletics announced that they are now accepting school registrations for the upcoming Sizemore Sportsmanship Pep Rally in association with Nebraska women's basketball's season opening game against San Jose State on November 2nd. The Pep Rally featured a record 83 schools last year and is expected to be even bigger this year as Lincoln Public Schools is expected to attend for the first time. For more information on the event and how to register, visit Huskers.com. Sticking with women's basketball, the Big Red will begin the exhibition season against Wayne State on October 23rd at PBA. It'll be the first meeting with Wayne State since the 2014 exhibition game that Nebraska won 84-43. And finally, a couple of Major League Baseball scores of note tonight. The Guardians lead the Twins 2-0 in the bottom of the first, and a couple of games just getting underway include the Blue Jays hosting the Rays, the Dodgers taking on the Phillies, and the Braves hosting the Padres. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit stonebridgeiwm.com. Hour 1 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
4 wide, trips right, we're out of the gun. Paralysis, snap, play action, fake. Backside pressure comes, ball stripped. It's picked up. Winery at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Huskers.
Here's Drew Grigo, and he turns on one to left field. Sending Lamb back. Goodbye. 3 home runs in the frame. The freshman getting in on the fun. Nebraska feasting. 7-0 Big Red.
The ball is Hoiberg, the kick out, and the 3 by Jacobson. Got it again. The game of the year. The game of the career for Cale Jacobson. 78-75.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. How was your weekend?
It's good.
You went to Post Malone in Iowa
Ames,
State.
Iowa.
Not the first time in that stadium, though, right?
No, not my first time in Ames. First time in that stadium.
Oh,
though.
okay.
I call the soccer match
You weren't
there.
impressed.
It's well, I don't want to put the entire university on blast, but it was a smaller stadium, which is fine. There's just a lot of metal bleachers and things. It's an older stadium. I mean, Memorial Stadium has some of its warts, right? Being 100+ years old. Very similar to that. It was very hot, very hot. Paid for some chicken tacos at a food truck, so that was good. But it was a very, very good concert. But the drive home was 3.5 hours. And I told you too,
I drive back to Oklahoma. I would not complain about 3.5 hours.
Well, it also, the drive started at midnight.
True.
So that didn't help things at all. And the frustration of trying to leave a grass lot. So here's my biggest frustration. I didn't even bring this up. Going into park, I'm not sure if this parking was affiliated with the university or not, but I drive in and they say, yeah, we only accept cash.
Oh.
They do know it's 2026, right? That people don't have cash. It's either cash or Cash App or Venmo. So when we pulled into you had to go to a certain part for it to be Venmo. It was this just attendant giving her personal Venmo. Each singular car, she would say, okay, type in my Venmo, $50. Like, there's gotta be a more efficient way. We do know that, like, you could slide credit cards in now and like it takes payments and that whole deal. But the fact that they had mitigated gall to say cash, I was blown away. People don't have cash. Who has cash now?
I don't know. I mean, I parking, though, you never know with that. You never know because...
But we were...
It wasn't affiliated with the university.
I'm not sure if it was or not. I hope not, from the sake of... Because I imagine they would know better. But we were just Venmoing this one lady's personal Venmo for each car had to stop and type in her Venmo.
But the concert was good.
Concert was great. Post Malone, and he actually was at the World Cup yesterday, did a performance there too, and it was awesome.
Did you watch the halftime show?
I did. So that was actually
pretty
directed.
solid.
It was directed by Coldplay.
I thought it was good.
But they weren't really in it. They were, but they weren't. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I thought of all the songs that the Biebs could have done.
Yeah, the Biebs has brought it down a little bit, brought the vibes down.
I don't know if he was lip syncing or not, but usually all those, including Super Bowl halftime performances, have to be lip synced because in the case of a mic or an RF, I mean, you know it well, being down on the sidelines, if there's any error with the mics, then all of a sudden you're SOLs, the kids like to say.
Yeah.
So I don't think Biebs was lip syncing, but all of the other performances, like Madonna's, clearly was a lip sync and all that. But that's what you come to expect. There were a lot of big names there. Just really wasn't my thing.
Not your lineup of what you would like. I just thought the lineup was pretty
The
impressive.
guy who directed the whole thing is my favorite band, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
The names that they were able to get on board, and then the fact that I think they appealed to audiences around the world, which was
I think there was a theme. The Muppets were involved too.
That's my favorite act.
The Muppets, but it was a boring game. Boy, I
it
know
really was.
soccer. It's a beautiful game. This, that, and the other. And Spain. It was utter domination yesterday with the shots on goal, shots in total, passes connected, all that stuff. It was utter dominance from Spain. The best team won. The issue was, I know we probably didn't expect to go into soccer right away off the top of the first segment. If Argentina found a way to get it to penalty kicks, they would have won, and they were far from the best team yesterday. So the best team, and thank you, CSD.
CSD does not
Maybe
like
CSD can hop on at some point and talk about it, but the best team won.
I was hoping for PKs. A lot of people don't like that. I do.
I think it would have netted an unfair result because I think Argentina would have won in penalty kicks. Luckily for Spain, they found a way in extra time. Argentina, of course, was down a player as well, and but it was, I mean, Messi was completely shut out of the game. He never really, until the end of extra time, they finally had a flurry of chances to try and tie it up. Messi had a few corners and just couldn't make it happen. But it was a really fun World Cup. I'm not a huge soccer fan, as we know.
Yeah, me
I know
either.
CSD's huge into it, of course, but like I did get into it at times. There were some really good storylines, and the USA, of course, being one of them.
All right, I think that caps our soccer talk for
Is that it?
the day,
Okay.
for the week. No, I'm just kidding. But we do have lots to get to today. So coming up in just a few minutes, Kyle had a chance to chat with Carson Jasa after being drafted to the Major League Baseball draft. So we'll play that conversation here coming up in just a few minutes. We also, again, last week had a chance to actually catch up with a number of the football players as they're going through internal media days. So we're going to hear from Isaiah Mozee here coming up in hour number 2. We have big things to accomplish here because we've got the
Big
Sharpies.
things.
Huge things. Sharpies coming up. So our next category should be pretty entertaining for some folks. I think this category is pretty fun. And then also, we all know that Kyle is not a sweets guy. He is absolutely not. He smells.
No, I am a big sweets guy. I just refrain.
You don't eat them. So unless it's soft serve ice cream once in a blue moon. But my mom sends up cookies, he just opens up the container and smells them. He will not eat them. But we got into this discussion, I believe it was off air, about Scotcheroos. And I had never heard of them until I got here in Nebraska, but I'm a huge fan. I actually kind of forgot the name. I was calling them Scotchies earlier, but Scotcheroos. So we talked Kyle into trying them live on the air. And so Camden has put together a fresh batch for us.
I don't even remember agreeing to this.
And so coming up in hour number 2, Kyle, for the very first time in his life, is going to have a Scotcheroo and try them live on the air. So we'll have that coming up in hour number 2.
I think I've had them before but like it was a Rice Krispie packaged treat where it's very
it's
similar.
not the same thing. So this is way better, and you're in for maybe a life-changing event here live tonight on Sports
Now,
Nightly.
do I get somebody to taste test them just to make sure Canada's not poisoning?
I already tasted them, so
Okay, and you haven't gone down for the count yet?
nope, I'm all good. Although I am a little concerned though with you not eating sugar. If like, are you going to pass out or something, or get
Something
like
might happen.
we might need I don't know, some
I
medics.
might be too
and
amped up and then fall asleep
some
10 minutes
kind
later.
of situation going on in here. So we've got lots to get to. But also, it's SEC Media Days. We had the Big 12 Media Days last week. No, ACC was last week, and Big 12, which is crazy because we kind of went through the ACC and didn't really even hear anything at all.
Nothing.
And since when are the Big 12 Media Days more exciting than the ACC? But Big 12 definitely.
Texas Tech certainly helped there.
Certainly. And then, so today started SEC Media Days. We did have a couple of notables. I'm sure we will throughout the week. And then next week will be Big 10 Media Days. But I guess the highlight for today, or the big talking point today, was Missouri head coach Eli Drinkwitz. He kind of, I guess, maybe put his foot in his mouth a little, but he was talking about Big 10 success. He was asked a question about Big 10 success in the championship games, and he went on a little bit of a tangent saying that the non-conference scheduling for the Big 10 is basically what allows for them to win national championships.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I'm surprised he came out and said anything like this, but I'm looking because I remember talking about Missouri's non-conference schedule in recent years. You're required to play a Power 4 team in the non-conference for the SEC. The difference is the Big Ten doesn't play their bye games in November. Usually the SEC will have an extra bye game, say, in the second to last game week of the regular season. But I'm looking at the last, I'll give you the last since 2004, the non-conference schedule for Missouri football. So in 2024, they played Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, and UMass. So Boston College was the Power 4 in that group. That is a Charmin soft non-conference schedule. 2025.
Charmin soft.
Yes, it's many people's toilet paper of choice. Central Arkansas, Kansas, UL Lafayette, UMass. So first of all, you've played UMass in back-to-back seasons. What I'm getting at is you probably shouldn't throw stones, hence if you live in a glass house,
right,
those types of things. This year, they have Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kansas State, and Troy. You brought this up, too. The Big Ten's been playing 9 conference games.
That's what's the difference between playing an extra conference game in... again, when...
I'm sure his argument would be
the
back end of the Big Ten is the entirety of the Big Ten is not as strong as the SEC.
It's not scheduled the same. So there are some teams in the Big Ten that have whopper of schedules.
I would argue this, Jess. Every time now I've become the Big Ten honk. I used to be the SEC honk, but here I am. Look at the bowl records of the Big Ten against every single year consistently. College football playoff, the way that the Big Ten
2-7,
and those games, like, you're not having people sit out of those games like you would. You could explain it away in bowl games. You can't explain it away in a college football playoff because there's nobody sitting out of those games. My point when I bring up the previous years and the games that they have scheduled is that of all the people to make that argument,
Missouri is
it's not Missouri. Now, I could look at Florida's schedule in the last 3 years, knowing who they've played. They could make that argument. Like, they've had to play Miami pretty consistently and some other Power 4s. But this is not the team to be making that argument. A team that's played UMass in 3 consecutive years.
Yeah, let's not go there. Not a good argument for him to make. And I don't know. It just, now they're going to move to playing 9 conference games, which that was another quote that he had said, that there are plenty of coaches that are regretting that aspect as well going into this year.
Well, you look at it, and from the Big Ten's point of view, I mean, Indiana didn't play anybody in the non-conference, and they won a national championship. So did it necessarily hinder them? It's a smarter way of scheduling. The SEC says, hey, this is what you have to do, then this is what you have to do. Unless the Big Ten mandates it. If the SEC didn't mandate it, everybody would be doing the same thing that the Big Ten does.
We've also seen, what does it matter? We've also seen several teams that have gone on to make the college football playoff that have lost early on to those games. So Ohio State and Texas, for example, if one of those teams lose to each other or have lost to each other, if they go on to win the rest of their games, they're still in the college football playoff and still probably a favorite to win the national championship.
No,
it's not going to hurt you if you lose. Just because the scheduling is the way that it is, if you lose that game at this point with the expanding teams in the college football playoff, it doesn't even hurt you to lose that game.
I would argue that I would be okay with the Big Ten mandating having to play. Say Nebraska, of course, had that series with Tennessee canceled and all that. And I would be for the Big Ten, especially if the playoff's going to grow to 24 teams. That, I think, allows you more wiggle room to play more of those games in the non-conference. First week of the year, we're going to have LSU Clemson. As a fan, of course, you want more of those games.
Yeah.
But as a coach, as a athletic director, why would you demand your coaches to put them in a tougher spot to land themselves in a 12-team playoff? But if it's at a 24-team playoff eventually, that gives you more wiggle room to play some of these games early on in September. Play some of these really good brand-on-brand blue blood matchups.
And again, going back to up until this year, when you're talking about mandating your coaches to play these games, when you're playing an extra conference game compared to an SEC conference who already has had the upper hand in terms of just the overall bias of the rankings and getting teams into the college football playoff, why would you, if you're playing an extra conference game than the SEC? Why would you mandate your coaches to do that? Now, I'm with you again, as you have maybe more margin for error in this thing as it continues to expand. I think everybody in college football wants to see more of those marquee matchups earlier in the season.
Wouldn't we love to be calling a game in Neyland Stadium this year in Knoxville?
Yeah,
yes,
I've been there. It's amazing.
For the best of the program, for the best of Matt Rule, for the best of Troy Dana. Now, I know they mentioned the stadium renovations and the return trip for them is the reason, but would that help them, putting that game, an extra game that's going to beat you up, that might give you an early loss, might set the tenor of your season in the wrong direction? Is it worth doing that? But if it's mandated, if there's a bigger playoff, if there's more wiggle room to play some of those games, and yeah, maybe a loss isn't, the weight of that game isn't as big as a 12-team playoff, that it might water down the regular season, but it might also just give you more opportunities for memorable games and
it also
moments.
Very well could be the tipping point to get you in. If you're sitting there on the bubble and one of those teams that maybe in or out, and then you're looking at strength of schedule or the head-to-head or what you did in the non-conference, it ended up might being a positive. The thing about it, to your point about, scheduling for your team, Coach Hoiberg has been able to have this luxury, right? And I think that's the problem with football schedules having to be so far in advance that you can't tailor it to what your program might need year in and year out, to where basketball teams you can. And so women's basketball is one too. We've heard Coach Williams really, talk about the tailoring of that schedule to make sure that when you have the Big Ten conference and everything that comes with that you're playing enough teams to get your strength of schedule, your RPI, the net ranking, if you will, up, but then you're also giving yourself some opportunities to win. There were a couple years ago, Coach Hoiberg felt his team needed to really build some confidence in the non-conference, so maybe not as many marquee games as we've seen the last couple of seasons, with a team that's more experienced that can handle that. You want to be able to challenge before going into Big Ten conference play, so you can tailor it in ways with sports that are non-football teams as opposed to football. You have to do it so far in advance that you don't know if it's going to be beneficial for your team or not.
Well, I know, looking at Nebraska's schedule, is they have Arizona on the schedule 2 seasons from now. They have Oklahoma on the schedule for a home and home. This is, the schedule goes up to 2032, so 6 years from now. But in a couple of years, you have Arizona coming here. 2029, you go to Oklahoma, you get them to come back, and then you have to play Cincinnati again. So this program they have scheduled Power 5 teams. I know this year is a weaker non-conference schedule, but in the pretty near future, they have 3 different Power 4 teams that are going to be on their schedule.
Right. Enhance your grilling game with the Nebraska-made grill from M Grills. Wood, pellet, and charcoal grills made to last with Nebraska values. Check them out at mgrills.com. All right, got to get to a break. Coming up next, Kyle had a chance to catch up with one of the latest draftees for Husker baseball, Carson Jasa. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
Triple B Feed has the products to help your cows thrive. Whether it's weekly delivery of consumption-controlled Lumix liquid mineral with protein or Sweet Pro block supplements for space feeding, while also stretching your forages up to 25% better, Triple B has you covered. Let Brian and Brad Blauhorn take some of the stress out of your beef production this year. For more information and other products, visit triplebfeed.com. Triple B Feed, helping you and your cattle.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers. Starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Cybersecurity is a fundamental component of today's business operations. It's not just an add-on, it's essential for business protection. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know that cyber threats are always changing and require constant vigilance. That's why our team delivers real-time threat monitoring and advanced security protocols to safeguard your data and reputation. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we put security at the forefront of your success. Cybersecurity is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Not All Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Not All Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Not All Services. These are the Not All Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with a home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Back here on Sports Nightly, Kyle Crooks joined by one of the newest members of the Chicago Cubs organization, of course, a Nebraska Cornhusker. That is Carson Jasa, coming off an All-American season, first team All-Big Ten. Racked up a lot of accolades this year as part of one of the better seasons we've seen in program history. Carson Jasa joins us now, 98th overall pick in the 3rd round of the Chicago Cubs. Carson, congratulations. How does this feel? This is pretty cool, isn't it?
It's amazing. I'm pretty excited. The Cubs were one of the teams I was hoping for. Jackson Brockett's one of my best friends. I know he got signed there last year. He said nothing but great things. So I'm super excited to get moving and get started. So, what was your first thought, maybe first phone call when you find out you are drafted, you hear from the Cubs, or you had an understanding the Cubs had interest, but what are the first emotions like? Who do you talk to first? Take me inside when you get your name called to that 98th pick. What's that like for you? I was really excited. Felt like a 21 years of work is paying off, kind of. Just kind of getting my foot in the door. So now it can really start, and I can get to the bigs. I was super thankful. I was with my whole family, sitting in my living room, gave my mom and dad a hug. Just relief, excitement, everything.
You know, how much have your parents meant to you in this? I can only imagine the amount of travel ball, Little League. There's a lot of traveling. There's a lot of money that goes into leagues. There's a lot of things that you try to do to get in front of colleges and all of that. So I would imagine that they have been with you the entire way, and they've meant so much to you in this journey.
They have. They're part of the reason that I keep playing, and they're part of the reason I want to get so good. They've sacrificed a lot to watch me play and get me to where I am right now, and I want to let them watch me for as long as possible. So they mean the world to me. I'm just super excited to work hard and make them proud.
Chatting with Carson Jasa, one of the newest members of the Chicago Cubs organization, third-round pick, 98th overall. We had Ty Horn on the show. You go 4 picks after Ty. He mentioned you guys had some conversations about, hey, you might go here. I think I might go here. When you first get your name called, or when you see Ty's name get called, what was the excitement for a teammate, understanding that he's also accomplished the dream that soon later you were going to accomplish?
Oh, it makes me so happy for Tyner, for Mac, for Dylan, for Clev. I'm just so happy for those guys. It really shows like we're all kind of on our own journey that's somewhat the same. But Tyner and I have been really close. I came in with him freshman year, and I'm excited to be out here in Arizona with him. So I was super excited to see Tyner get his name called, and he was kind of thinking the Reds and hoping the Reds. So that made me super happy.
Historic organization, Chicago Cubs. When you think of some of the pillar organizations in baseball, the Chicago Cubs are certainly in that mix of all the teams to go to. A team with a lot of history, a pretty noticeable logo in an incredible city. How did that feel to go to that organization specifically?
I loved the transition to the Cubs. I mean, being at Nebraska and being a Nebraska fan, you're talking about a lot of rich history with Nebraska Athletics, and they support their players and their athletics very similarly. The Chicago Cubs have fans all over the place. It's a super rich organization, history-rich organization, so it's super cool. There's been a lot of Hall of Famers that have played for the Cubs. The city of Chicago is super cool, so it's amazing.
You know, when you talk to members of the organization, we were talking a little bit before we went live here, but the plan for you, you're in Arizona now. You're going to get some training in. You mentioned that you had your first lift with the organization. Have they projected out to you maybe in the near future of what that plan is going to look like for you within their organization?
I'll have a better idea of that as over the next couple weeks. I know they want to get working on some things in the lab and get me in a good spot before the spring. Maybe have some at bats in August in the bridge leagues. Yeah, I mean, I know they want to develop me as a starter, and that's what I want to be. So just starting out with basic things, just fixing the shape of my fastball is probably the first thing. But yeah.
How much, talking with Carson Jasa, how much feedback did you get in the MLB draft combine process? Really unique. You're hearing from multiple organizations, I would imagine. So can you take me through what that was like for you and some of the things that you learned maybe about yourself in the combine?
Yeah, I mean, some of the scouts and some of the teams I met with 10 teams, and they all had something interesting that I didn't really know about myself from the season. Some of them were like, my walk rates against lefties, or like just some random stat that they had pulled up. So I mean, it was kind of cool to see how deep they really dive into evaluating players. So I mean, the information that they told me that I needed, like where I needed to improve, and like why they were drafting me, what kind of development I would need to take my game to the next level, I'm aware of. So it was good to see that they see the same thing as me for what I want to do and how I know I need to develop. So I just say it was a good measuring stick for what I know, because they were saying the same thing that I was thinking that would get me to the next level.
What were your conversations like after getting drafted? Did you talk to Coach Childress, Coach Bolt? Can you take me to those initial thoughts or conversations with two guys that I'm sure have meant a lot to you?
They both texted me right away. Coach Childress called me. Jackson Brockett called me. There's so much support, and Coach Childress, I really look up to him, and I lived with his son, so got to develop a sort of a unique relationship with him there. And I think he's super proud of me, super excited for what I can do and to follow me. So, he's meant the world to me and shown me the way.
Yeah. Talking with Carson Jasa, one of the newest members of the Chicago Cubs organization, 98th overall pick. I think you're one of the great stories in this program's history, considering how much you developed in your time here. There's stories of, the command struggles when you first came on campus, and I'm sure there were times that you really had to dig deep to find a way to get out of it. And then here you were, developed into the ace of the staff, starting the first game of a home regional. Can you just take me through the ups and downs of what you learned here at Nebraska? What you arrived as and what you left as are two incredibly different pitchers.
I'd say I arrived as an extremely raw but talented pitcher from Colorado that played high school basketball, was kind of doing baseball in the spring, worked on pitching, but again, just super raw. I had just grown to 6'7". I was 180 pounds. So, I mean, there was just, the ability was there, but the capacity and maybe knowledge of how to actually pitch was not. And that was something that Coach Childress and, myself had to work on, was being present and having the right mindset on the mound and being in the right frame of mind to compete and get hitters out. It's just really simplifying the game helped me a lot. But when you talk about the ups and downs in the game of baseball, you just got to push the envelope every day. So you can't really get caught up too much in the ups and downs. Coach Bolt talks about not riding the roller coaster of emotions a lot. And I think that's a great word to live by, or great phrase to live by, and just being incredibly present and trying to get better every day. Can't really control what happened the year before or the week before or an hour before. It's all about looking through the windshield and trying to get better. Can you
take me to maybe a start or a moment in time where that confidence really kicked in for you? Was there a specific moment in time or one start, one appearance that it just, a lot of this clicked?
I'd say a lot of it was clicking this last summer when I was in the Cape. I started feeling really good. I was meeting with our sports psychologist and talking with Coach Childress towards the end of my sophomore year when I wasn't pitching a lot, just trying to get myself back in a frame of mind where I can dominate. So kind of made some adjustments there and got out to the Cape and had success and started building that confidence and understanding where I need to be mentally to dominate on the mound.
Talking with Carson Jasa, what's your favorite moment as a Husker? What's number one for you that you go back to all the time?
Number one, that's a tough question. I watched 2 dog piles.
Yeah.
That's pretty special. it's going to be hard to say something was cooler than Brockett's no-hitter, though. That was incredibly rare, and that Kansas State team was a good team. That story with Brockett throwing it, he had like 8 innings all year until that point, and that was an incredible game. It was so cool.
Could you explain just, there was a magic it felt around this team this year with the number of walk-offs and close wins and guys stepping up in roles. I mean, nobody thought maybe outside of the guys in the building that Jay-Sean Unger would become one of the best closers in the country, and what you became to be, and Ty out of the bullpen back as a starter, and Dylan Carey having an incredible year, Mac Moyer. Could you just describe, did you see a lot of the guys see this coming, what this season eventually became, hosting a home regional, winning 43 games?
Yeah. I mean, I knew this team was really special from the fall. We were just gelling really well. You could tell everyone wanted to get better, and everyone wanted everyone else to be at their best. Everybody on the team cared about winning at a super high level, and would do what it takes to win. When you have a bunch of guys that like each other as well, and will do things for others' success, it's a really hard formula to break. When you have a bunch of guys that care a lot about each other, care a lot about winning, and really believe in each other and believe in themselves. I think we had a high level of that this year.
What would Carson Jasa tell to somebody that is thinking about becoming a Husker when it comes to the coaching you'll get, how you'll develop as a person, as a player, the resources, the facilities, for somebody that's on the fence of being a Husker that maybe is getting recruited by Coach Bolt and his staff? Why is this the place that they should come?
I'd say there's truly no place like Nebraska for many reasons. You're not going to get better facilities anywhere. Nebraska's in a rare air with the facilities and how they treat their student athletes from all the people that I know across the sport. Nebraska is in the 1% of that category. And I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg with the experience you get at Nebraska. All the coaches, Coach Bolt, Coach Harvell, Coach Sirianni, Coach Childress, Coach Connor Behrens, Coach Nicholson, it's an amazing group of men that care about you and really want you to get better at baseball. But if you're not going to get better at baseball, you're going to be a better man after you leave Nebraska. They push you and they challenge you to be your best and maximize the opportunities you have in Nebraska, which is great because there are few and far between what you get in Nebraska. So, yeah, I mean, I would say there's an amazing place to play at Haymarket Park, and Husker fans love supporting Husker sports. It's an amazing atmosphere. I don't have enough good things to say, honestly.
Have you allowed yourself to dream what that moment will? There's a lot of work between now and the point of eventually getting to the show. That's your dream, right? Pitching at Wrigley or pitching in a Cubs uniform at the big league level. Have you allowed yourself to dream and visualize what that looks like?
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it since I was a kid. It doesn't matter doesn't matter what uniform it is. I wanted to pitch in the big league since I was a kid, but recently I've been thinking about the Cubs uniform in Wrigley Field. I'm super excited. I've thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you have any Cubs swag yet? Second half of the season will get set to start, so I'm sure you'll be watching them a lot more. You have a lot of Cubs stuff yet?
They got us some stuff. It's over at the complex. Currently, I'm at a hotel about 5-minute walk away. But yeah, they got us all geared up. So I'm super excited.
Carson, congratulations. Newest member of the Chicago Cubs organization, 98th overall pick. Incredible accomplishment. What you did this year for the Huskers is something we'll talk about for a long time, and a team that we'll talk about for a very long time. So on behalf of everybody on the radio crew, myself, Ben, Nick, and we were definitely love watching you pitch this year, and we can't wait to watch you eventually get to the show with the Cubs. So thanks so much, and again, congratulations.
Thanks so much, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Carson Jasa, one of the newest members of the Chicago Cubs. Can't wait to watch him pitch in the minor leagues and work himself up to the big league level. Step aside, continue with more of the show right after this.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra. When financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, football season is right around the corner. We need you there to continue to make Memorial Stadium the best atmosphere in college football. You can now choose between 2 mini plans, a 3-game mini plan for $185 and a 4-game mini plan for $225. These plans are your best way to guarantee a ticket to the Indiana and Ohio State game and are only available while supplies last. To purchase today or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. From the chant of Husker Power to Allo Fiber powering your home and Husker Nation, Allo is the teammate you can trust. Whether you're streaming at home with Allo Internet, watching on the go with DirecTV through Allo, or checking stats and scores on Allo Mobile, Allo keeps you in the game. Bench the other guys and team up with the official Internet, TV, and mobile partner of the Huskers. Go Gig Red. Visit allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Right now is the perfect time to upgrade your ride with Woodhouse Nissan, your destination for selection, value, and amazing savings. Receive 0% APR for 60 months on select 2026 Nissan models, like the new Nissan Rogue, or save up to $7,000 off MSRP on these select models. Visit us in Bellevue or Omaha, or browse our offers online today. With approved credit, $299 doc fee due at signing. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store, only at Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. What a great conversation. That one part where he was talking about what Nebraska does for its student athletes and Husker Nation and on, they need to cut that clip and just send it to all the recruits. And then they also need to make a quote graphic and put it on in their facilities. Like, that is, if that's not the perfect sales point for future recruits beyond, especially in an NIL type era like that. That's the messaging right there. And that's why Nebraska can compete with some of these schools, especially in baseball, when you do have maybe more money in the SEC. That's why they can compete for guys like that.
Well, their facilities are second to none. Maybe not necessarily right now in baseball, but for all athletes, like the main buildings. Ding, 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 ding. Training table, training table, training table. Bang. Nothing compares facilities-wise, for the most part, to what Nebraska and now baseball. We know they're getting a $5 million, I think, renovation is officially what it's going to be to the clubhouse area, and softball is going to get something similar too. So they're even up in their game when it comes to baseball, and there's some security with both coaches for softball and baseball. We know Will Bolt and his staff just signed a contract extension, but Carson Jasa, he said in the interview too, is one of the better stories on this roster, because when he came here, they did not allow him to throw live batting practice to Husker hitters because they thought he'd beat him in the head. He just had no control, no command. It was a mental, physical thing. Rob Childress, Coach Bolt, they went to work, and they made this guy a professional baseball player in a pretty quick amount of time, a top 100 pick. And if you're a pitcher between Ty Horn and Carson Jasa, those are two stories right there. You can come here to be developed and eventually find yourself in the show.
Great stuff. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. All right, got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up hour number 1 next. The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official Kids Club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to huskers.com/kidsclub to get your membership today. Again, huskers.com/kidsclub. Go Big Red.
Set. Hike. When champions take the field, they come ready to play. TNL Irrigation understands the value of momentum. Like a Husker drive, there's no stopping. If you live for farming and football like we do, TNL Irrigation has you covered. Check your fields from the game with a remote system, or just enjoy the play, knowing our systems are reliable as a sold-out Memorial Stadium. Touchdown! Nebraska born, Nebraska strong. Husker Nation and TNL Irrigation are like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store. Only at Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. So what's next on the concert list for you?
I think that's it. I got nothing else. That's my favorite thing to do.
As much of a homebody as you are, you've gone to some concerts since you've been here.
This one really tested me, though, because it was a long way out there. It was a very late night. It was very hot. But there's nothing else on the docket. There is another concert here at Memorial Stadium.
Yes, the Boys from Oklahoma.
I keep losing the date on when that is, but
22nd of August.
Oh wow, it's pretty late. So there's nothing right now. That's maybe in the fall. Maybe there's something, but football starts. You just sort of. But I'm hoping maybe there's some fun concerts next summer.
Cole Swindell.
After the North Dakota game. I don't even have to buy tickets for that.
Yeah, just
I
stay in
have
the
a
booth.
ticket in Greg's booth.
just stay in the booth up there. Although they might kick you off or something.
You think they're going to kick me out for it? Okay.
Who knows?
They might. They'll kick you off the field.
The Bananas were pretty particular. You couldn't be in that booth.
Yeah, but I guess it's not like we were in there broadcasting the Bananas game. They might kick you off the field, though. Well, you're gonna be interviewing coach and players while Cole Swindell's putting on a show. You don't even get to watch it.
Darn.
Maybe I'll do like a Facebook Live and you can go back and watch it.
That'd be good.
I'll probably be in my car listening to your interviews by the time Cole gets on stage. To be honest with you.
I actually did know a couple of his songs.
Do you?
So
name one.
I Hope You Get Lonely Tonight.
Okay.
Also, he does the remake of the Heads Carolina, Tails California.
Those
somewhere
are just
greener,
words to me. I
somewhere
don't know.
Warmer, up in the mountains.
Any of you guys?
Down by the ocean.
Camden, maybe. Camden, Camden likes the same stuff I like.
Yeah.
Like to a T.
Yeah.
CST, I have no idea what he listens to.
Camden's also a concert guy.
Feel free to go on the mic, guys. I mean, it's your show too.
You got it. Is it Justin Bieber, CSD?
I would see
I love me the Biebs.
I would see the Biebs.
I would see the Biebs, yeah.
I would 100% see the Biebs.
You know what my number one concert bucket list is? Bruno Mars.
So my mom wants to see Bruno Mars at MetLife.
Pretty's unbelievable.
I looked at the tickets.
Oh, it's crazy.
It was like $800.
He was playing in Vegas when we were there for the bowl game, and I saw it on the marquee, and I looked up. It was like $1,000 to go.
It's pretty wild, and it's like $350 for upper tank, and it's $800. He's playing back-to-back, maybe 3 straight nights at MetLife Stadium, and they're all. I think that's the issue nowadays. Is not to get too political, but the economy is in a tough spot where people can't spend that much income on concerts, and the ticket prices are only going up, up, and up. It's very, very hard to go and see some of these people nowadays because it's just so much. Because you're also paying for parking too. You're paying for
probably on
concessions.
Venmo on parking.
On personal Venmos, which that floored me. It absolutely floored me.
That dinging is back, by the way, over here.
Yeah, we'll fix that during the break.
Okay, got a minute left. So speaking of people you want to see, Big Ten Media Days next week. Who's your number one outside of Coach Rule on the podium? You're looking forward to seeing
Signetti, probably. I think that one. It's just he's gonna say something. He's gonna say something. Ryan Day for me is probably flat. Bielema I think is usually always interesting at these things. I could probably name a few more, but I think Signetti's number one.
Probably most people's number one. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think who else would be. I think obviously heard Lincoln Riley several times, obviously. Yeah. Let's see here.
See Fitzgerald back as a head coach at Michigan State, back in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be, at least we'll have some clips to play next week.
I think Coach Rule and Signetti are the two people that are probably the most interesting, that are going to say something. I mean, for the most part.
Coach Rule's I would say, the best speaker, right?
I would agree with that.
I mean, I don't think I'm going too far on a limb there. All right, big hour number 2 coming up next. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Kyle Crooks, the voice of the Huskers, telling you to level up with the Husker Visa debit card, free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at FNBO.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
There are plenty of decisions in life. Choosing where to buy your next vehicle should be easy. At Woodhouse Auto Family, everything begins with our commitment to clear price. A promise to make buying your next vehicle straightforward, transparent, and hassle-free. From exploring our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to financing and service after the sale, we're here to make every step easier. Experience the Woodhouse difference. Woodhouse, clear price, clear choice. Hassle-free all the way to your driveway.
Good evening. I'm Camden Cohn, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Earlier today, Nebraska Athletics announced that they are now accepting school registrations for the upcoming Sizemore Sportsmanship Pep Rally in association with Nebraska women's basketball's season opening game against San Jose State on November 2nd. The Pep Rally featured a record 83 schools last year and is expected to be even bigger this year as Lincoln Public Schools are expected to attend for the first time. For more information on the event and how to register, visit Huskers.com. Sticking with women's basketball, the Big Red will begin the exhibition season against Wayne State on October 23rd at PBA. It will be the first meeting with Wayne State since the 2014 exhibition game that Nebraska won 84-43. And finally, a couple of Major League Baseball scores of note tonight. The Guardians lead the Twins 8-2 in the bottom of the fourth. The Rays lead the Blue Jays 2-0 in the fourth. Padres hold a 1-0 lead over the Braves, also in the fourth inning. And the Phillies lead the Dodgers 4-0 in the third. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through retirement of your dreams. Local advisors to discipline process, the retirement compass. Visit stonebridgeiwm.com. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
10 on the play clock. Raiola sends a man in motion right to left. That's Ja'Cory Barney. Takes a snap, fade route, back run to the end zone. 50-50 ball! Was it caught? Touchdown, Huskers! Fade route, back right of the end zone. Going up high to make the catch, Isaiah Hunter for the Husker touchdown.
Buchtenfeld, guarded by Davis, hands it off. Price has got it, reverses left side Jacobson. He jab steps, he drives, he kicks. Now Hoiberg driving, kicking, right corner, Price. Put it up and down. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Times a zillion. 27-14. Bryce Sanford is putting on a clinic.
3-2 Nebraska over Texas Tech. Top of the 7th. Crum to the line. Her 2-2. Terry takes over the outside corner. Cold strike 3. Down goes Terry. Down goes Tech. And the Huskers have taken down the top-ranked team in the country for the second time in 2 weeks.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
And welcome back. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly. And it is, listen, it's a big moment right here on Sports Nightly.
We're doing it now? This is a big piece.
Well, we've got a big hour coming up. We've got, Camden gave me a hard time. I forgot to mention his culture segments coming up in this hour. We've also got, in just a few minutes, we're going to hear from Isaiah Mozee. And we've got the Sharpies, our next category that we're going to talk about. But listen, it's a big moment here to kick off hour number 2.
Scotcheroo, what do you do?
Kyle's not a sweets guy. He likes sweets. He doesn't eat them. He's very, very strict on himself about that. And somehow, I don't even remember the conversation. It got brought up about Scotcheroos. I had never had them until I got to Nebraska. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. So somehow we talked Kyle into agreeing to try it live on the air. And so this is the night. Camden made a fresh batch. He did an excellent job. I tried it earlier. So right here, right now, this moment, Kyle is about to have his first taste at a Scotcheroo.
Well, can you tell our radio audience what exactly a Scotcheroo is?
I think most people in this audience know what a Scotcheroo is.
Some don't.
Camden, do you want to give us your recipe? Rice Krispie.
You can use the mic over there.
Peanut butter. Anything special in your family recipe?
Not really. Use chocolate chips and butterscotch chips, Rice Krispie, peanut butter, and corn syrup. And then you don't pack it down quite as heavy.
I actually drink it by the gallon.
It's heavy.
All right,
So
here we go.
Makes them softer.
Here we go. And the first bite is in. Are you taking in all of the taste? And also a little bit worried about what is sugar spice going to do, being that you don't eat sugar.
I mean, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Where would you rate that among your maybe favorite desserts?
It wouldn't be probably my go-to.
Would you draft that on a Thanksgiving draft for dessert?
Yeah, I would draft it. Depends on what else is on the board.
It's pretty solid, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Look, you can't go wrong with Rice Krispies, chocolate, and peanut butter. I'm not an animal. You know, I like sugar. I like sweets. So it's fantastic.
All right, so 1 to 10.
It's even better on a Chipotle napkin, I've been told.
1 to 10. What is your rating?
Go with an 8.7.
8.7. All right.
I'd probably go with like a warm chocolate chip cookie before a scotcheroo, a warm brownie over a scotcheroo.
But do they come out warm? I've never made scotcheroos.
No, because the frosting would be melted.
Oh, okay.
This seems like something you'd have to have cooled down.
Well, I'm a big
Fantastic.
fan. Big fan. There's a lot of people up here, it's their favorite dessert, so. But 8.7 is pretty solid.
Now, is this a Nebraska-specific thing?
I think it's pretty, I had never heard of them in Oklahoma, but, so.
Probably shouldn't be chewing directly into the microphone.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, while Kyle
Is it
finishes.
okay if I lick the napkin?
Sure, you can have more. There's more of the pan over there.
Well, what do you think I am?
While Kyle finishes scotcheroo, he did have a chance to catch up with running back Isaiah Mozee last week, so we'll play that conversation for you now.
All right, Isaiah, another media days for you. I mean, you're still a young guy. You got the new uniforms and everything. First, let's start there. Just the new look, the new getup. How do you like it?
I love the little uniforms. I mean, anything that got the Husker on it, I mean, I don't mind wearing it. It's just whatever they put in my locker, I'm ready to play.
Yeah, you're just a baller. You just want to play. For you, making that position switch last year, I know you started in the slot, you moved to the running back room. Does it feel different? Do you feel a lot more comfortable because now you enter the season understanding what your role is going to be a little bit more?
Most definitely. Last year, kind of not knowing as much as I did now, being in position now, like, hey, I know what I'm doing now. I know what play this is. I know what alignment going. It's a much better advantage than I do with just, hey, get the ball, know what I'm doing a little bit and make people miss. But now it's like, hey, I know what I'm doing. And yeah.
I'm fascinated to talk to you guys in the running back room, what you learned from somebody like Emmett Johnson, who now is going to go and play on the next level. Do you have individual conversations with him about what it takes?
Yeah, consistency. Emmett was the same person every day, and I'm trying to take that from him, even at practice or meetings. The same person every day, workouts. So I try to take that into my game. And then he was just a humble guy, and I feel like that shows who he was, and it ended up working out for him.
How much off-the-field stuff, watching film, understanding what you're seeing, diagnosing things in a game week heading into Saturdays, how important is that to continue to learn about what you're seeing on tape and taking coaching with E.J. Barthel? How much have you grown maybe in that area?
You grow a lot. I mean, that's how you gain your advantage. You know, everybody's talented at this next level. It's just, hey, how can I get a more advantage when I go out there on Saturday? So that's how I kind of take it in my head to get better and better because you never arrived. That's kind of the mentality I like to have. So just, hey, I need to sit down and watch this film, whoever we play, no matter who it is, what team it is. I mean, go out there, and I want an advantage so I can do my best.
What did you learn about first year in the Big Ten for you? Playing in some of those games, the competition's stiff. I mean, the defenses are really tough. Everybody's big. What did you learn specifically about conference play?
Well, honestly, like I learned like football, not to get into, hey, these people are big. These people, I was like, as long as I know what I'm doing in my job, I know I can go out here and ball. So learning, what I learned is you got to be on your P's and Q's, most definitely. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what the defense is doing. You got to know what you got to know what you're doing before the play starts. So that's kind of one of the big things I learned.
How much have you guys tried to improve or zone in on pass blocking as running backs? Because in order to get on the field and then stay on the field, I assume you have to have that in your toolkit.
Pass blocking is definitely something you have to, especially in our offense and the way Nebraska run things. You're going to block before you get the ball, you know what I mean? So that's how it should be. So just learning that and taking like deep dive nets for most of the film room I've been doing is, hey, I want to have this down so I can be on the field at all times.
A mobile quarterback like Calandria, I mean, TJ's in there, Danny's in there, but how different does it look or feel from your vantage point when, say, Calandria is on the field?
It's a different. I mean, all those guys can play. TJ can run a little bit. Danny can run when he wants to. So I kind of just like, hey, I'm going to protect him regardless. So I'm going to do my job and let him do him.
Chatting with Isaiah Mozee. Up front, we just chatted with Justin Evans, big group. I mean, how cool is it to see when you trot out on the field, you got a bunch of 300-plus pounders in front of you?
It feels great. I trust those guys with everything. I mean, I have to, but I honestly trust them. I see the way they work. I see them this spring. It's so exciting to know I'm going in a battle with guys that I love to play with and guys I know I've got full trust in.
I know you guys are going through summer workouts, but what it takes to play a full season to finish strong in November, is that what you guys are thinking about right now when you're doing your gassers on the field? It's 95-plus degrees, about how we are as consistent in September and try to remain as consistent in November.
Yeah, that's all Coach has been preaching. Let's finish. I think that's the missing piece that we've been missing. I feel like that we're going to get that done this year. Just the approach we've been going, I feel like the team is, hey, we got to finish. Like, everything workout, we might have a finisher. Like, hey, we got to finish this. So just finishing has been in the back of our heads and the whole aspect of training.
What's the competition like in spring with the defense? I mean, new defensive coordinator. There's a little bit of a different look. So when you see some of the new personnel, some of the new guys over there, what's that competition like?
I love the competition. Get a little rowdy, talk back and forth. But honestly, it's been way harder than it was last year, I would say. Like, you could tell the progress they're making. It was just a challenge. I mean, and I like a challenge, and they like a challenge. So it's just all love, and I feel like the competition was great.
Playing in Memorial Stadium for the first time last year, I'm sure you're excited to run out of those gates on September 5th. Can you take me inside the helmet, what it's like to play as a player here?
Play as a player, walking down the tunnel is kind of surreal. You got the chant, the famous chant, and then you come out to the Kodak Black song. You kind of get goosebumps down your spine, and it's like you got 90,000 fans. You know it's going to be 90,000 fans out there because you know it's going to be sold out. Best fans in the nation. So it's just like a surreal moment, and then you run out, and it's like, whoa, it's time to play football.
If Isaiah Mozee had a chance to pick the walkout song, what would it be for this team? If you were in charge of the aux cord,
it would be the Kodak song we come out to out loud.
So it's the one that you guys actually run out to.
Yeah,
you pick that one.
Pick that like out for the crowd too. I think that would be pretty cool.
You heard it here first. Isaiah Mozee, he's picking music, doing the whole thing. Look forward to watching you make some plays out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Again, running back Isaiah Mozee joining Kyle. We had a chance to catch up with a number of the players. We'll continue to play those conversations for you here over the next few days as we get closer and closer to fall camp. But Kyle, I was thinking about this. I know we've talked about maybe position groups that where our eyes going to go to first when we walk out to camp. I feel like we should probably make maybe a list of players, like 5 guys that, okay, here are you most intrigued to see. He's one of them for me just because we talk so much about the running back room. They're very excited about it. You mentioned it with him. This time a year ago, he just moved to the running back spot. So just learning the position more. They've just raved about his ability and his playmaking. And just now that he understands the role, the job, and maybe being able to play a little bit more free and go make those plays. I feel like he's the kind of guy that's perfect for a guy like Calandria because of the way that he's going to be able to maybe dump things off when he's making things happen with his feet and is just such a good pass catcher. He's an elite playmaker, so I cannot wait to see how he fits, what his role is in this offense this year.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it changes with Calandria now with his athletic ability, but what Isaiah Mozee can do as a great pass catcher out of the backfield. Didn't have, like we've said, all those guys in that room didn't have a chance to really find a way to shine last year because Emmett was so good. It really had to be tough for him to essentially change positions.
It was during fall camp, wasn't it? Yep.
Yeah, it was. He was originally, he was originally 84, was a wide receiver, played him in the slot, and they played him a little bit in the slot too, But now being a guy that can fight as an every down running back, it's going to be interesting to see that battle, and we'll learn more about what Tyke Hayes and that factor. I'm sure that lights a fire under those guys, right? I mean, a 4-star running back, one of the top guys out of the state of Pennsylvania who is signed by Penn State, who now all of a sudden is a Husker, and he's got all the talent in the world, but the guys that have been here are going to have the leg up because they know the playbook. And Tyke Hayes has a lot to have to learn, but from a skill set standpoint, bringing in a Hayes who is an impact player just in what he can do in sheer raw talent, I would imagine that lights a fire under the Mozees, the Nelsons, the Ives, the Rules, what have you.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of the chatter is that Tyke's going to come right in and have a chance to be first game starter, and he's gonna have to earn it, right? I mean, like you said, these guys have been there. They know the expectations. And what have we heard from these running backs, going back to Emmett Johnson, just about the demands of E.J. Barthel, and that it's not just, taking the football and running. You've got to be able to do so many different things, and you got to do it well or you're not going to play, and you better do everything well or you're not going to play. And so I think he's going to have to earn it, right? And it's going to be, being that he hasn't been on the field with this team very much, it's going to be, again, one of those fascinating storylines to see how it unfolds throughout fall camp, because there are capable guys in that running back room. You just talked to one of them, and I fully believe Jamal Roll is going to play a huge role.
I think the biggest factor early is how do these guys look pass blocking? I think that's a big area.
Absolutely.
Where all of them have to improve.
You would talk about the high expectations of E.J. Barthel in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's how you stay on the field.
You don't play if you don't do that. So
you could be a productive back, but if you can't pick anybody up on second and long or third and medium, that's you got to be able to do that as a running back. You got to be able to stick your nose in there and put a shoulder pad into a linebacker or a free rusher. So when we try to break down the expectations of all these running backs, a lot of it is left to be seen, because I think the physicality of a fall camp, there's a lot to be decided with how physical these guys want to be when it comes to pass blocking, because that's what gets you on the field and that's what keeps you on the field outside of the obvious production that you need between the tackles.
We will learn soon enough, and I guarantee you, again, we'll see that probably change. There's going to be, every day we go out there, probably guys are going to have their moments. So then it's just going to see who's the most consistent in all aspects of what E.J. Barthel demands. Got a text on the text line from Brian in is it Bellevue? Bellevue. It was cut off on the text. He said, hello, the broadcast reception is 100% better at the new affiliate AM 590 WOW. And you mentioned that you heard it for a long ways driving up to Post Malone.
I was sitting in Ames, Iowa, and I had it crystal clear. So I don't think we're going to get many complaints. Maybe we'll get some complaints on me, but in terms of complaints on the reception, you're going to hear me crystal clear, for good or for worse.
So I know they've been playing some classic games there on 590 as they lead up to when they take over full-time on the air, but get super appreciative of those guys and that relationship, and we're thankful that they did make that move, because I know it's a lot. I guess there's a lot more happier Husker Radio Network fans up there in the Omaha area.
Yeah, that's men's basketball. All of our sports that we cover are going to get a lot more play, because not just the Omaha area, but Iowa, other areas surrounding. This is, as in the radio business, we say a blowtorch of a signal. That's what 590 is, and that's why it was so important to get them on board.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. All right, coming up next, it's time for our next category of the Sharpies. So we'll introduce that to you coming up next here on Sports Nightly.
Buying a vehicle should come with confidence, not confusion. That's why Woodhouse Auto Family believes in clear price. It's our commitment to making every part of your buying experience straightforward, transparent, and easy. Combined with an incredible selection, flexible financing, and a knowledgeable team, you'll discover a better way to buy. Choose Woodhouse Auto Family. Clear price, clear choice. Hassle-free all the way to your driveway.
Husker fans, football season is right around the corner. We need you there to continue to make Memorial Stadium the best atmosphere in college football. You can now choose between 2 mini plans, a 3-game mini plan for $185 and a 4-game mini plan for $225. These plans are your best way to guarantee a ticket to the Indiana and Ohio State game and are only available while supplies last. To purchase today or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. This is Jessica Coody of the Huskers Radio Network telling you to level up with the Husker Visa debit card. Free with any FNBO checking account. Be one who lives it, one who proves it. Every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card. Only at FNBO, the Bank of Husker Nation. Get yours today at fnbo.com/Huskers. One for the fans, one for you. Member FDIC.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store, only at Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. If you're just now tuning into us over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the Sharpies that we are going to be starting here from here on out. Hopefully, it will be an annual tradition, but we're going to pick some categories, those categories involving Husker sports, but also our Huskers Radio Network team. So last week we had the first week of it, and it was the best moment. And Jamarcus Lawrence buzzer beater with the Kent Pavelka legendary call ran away with it. It was not even close. So that was the winner of the first category. Coming up tonight should be a fun one. So listen, it's going to continue to get better, I think. But we didn't think about this as we went along throughout the year, but funny moments, right? And so I think from here on out, we'll be marking those down if there's funny moments during a broadcast. But we came up with a few that I think will be pretty entertaining for folks. Some of them you've heard us talk about, some of them maybe not. But again, trying to involve our great radio crew. So without further ado, Christopher, take us away. The nominees for the funniest moment on the Huskers Radio Network over the past season.
Good evening and welcome to the inaugural Sharpie Awards, celebrating the moments, highlights, and personalities that made this year in Husker sports memorable.
Latif back to pass, loads a screen left, Akrs of space, Johnson 45 to midfield, blockers out in front, 45-40, left sideline to the 30, breaks a tackle, tiptoes the boundary, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Huskers! Oh, that was incredible! Center.
Johnson going back, it's gone, it's gone!
And another one, he's unconscious. 26 first half points.
He'll take a three.
Benches! Deep left center field.
That is a tape measure shot for DC. His second.
Point set match, Big Red. That's perfection. 30-0.
Here are the nominations for Funniest Radio Moment.
Kent Pavelka and Jeff Smith. A-hole at Rutgers.
Here's Buchanan. Oh, man, what is that? That's like a fullback running through the A-hole, or the B-hole, or the C-hole. Gap, I think it's called. Let's don't call it a hole. The B-gap, the A-gap. But
Nick Hanley and Kyle Crooks. Horse noises at Illinois. Matt Coatney and Jeff Greisch. Jeff admits he was wrong versus Maryland.
Okay. Huskers win the appeal.
So I was wrong on live ball.
Hold on. Can you say that again?
Yeah, I was wrong on live ball.
Camden Cone, make sure you recorded that back in our studio. Jeff Greisch apparently said he was wrong.
That's true. No, I definitely said I was wrong.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't have a problem admitting when I'm wrong, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, especially when it's proven. I mean, what's the argument?
Kyle Crooks, Damon Benning, and Jessica Coody. Settle in versus USC.
Everybody needs to settle in here.
I'll say.
Everybody up here, everybody down there, let's all settle in. Come on now. Timeout.
Oh, good.
What is going on?
It's anarchy.
Oh, again, those are the nominees for the funniest moment. There's some good ones in there, although why only one horse sound with Nick? Where's yours?
They were Nick's. I think that was me. Was that me? I did both.
Okay.
So Nick's was the best. Nick's was clearly the best horse sound. And his was the first one. That was at Illinois. I think we started doing it at Illinois. I could be wrong. But that was, and then, of course, the context ours, the football one.
That was not funny when it happened, though.
Yes. So, Damon and Jess are going at it.
I was mad. I had fume coming out of my ears, but.
Dylan got hurt. Elijah Pritchett got hurt. I think Coach Rule had to use a timeout late in the play clock, so everybody was arguing with each other. The game was going in the wrong direction against USC.
You and Ben were pretty quiet. It was Damon and I arguing. But you were asking me what was going on, so I was trying to, explain to you, but then there was a lot going on at the same time. So David told me to basically shut up, and I said,
you can imagine that didn't go over well.
No, it did not go over well. I'm not going to shut up.
And
so then he kept asking me where I was at, and again, it was only if we could clip on what happened in the commercial breaks, it'd make it even funnier.
So, because there's going to be missing context when people see that. So, I think, to be honest with you, Kent's going to run away with the category.
Yeah, but maybe we could put up a fight. That was also the sidelines. I'm on the sidelines, bro. So if people have heard that story as well, that all went together. So it was quite the eventful 15 minutes of a broadcast. Probably one of the most since I've done sideline.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a funny moment that was.
It's funny now, but at the time it was definitely not funny.
It was not funny. Not funny in the moment. It was hindsight funniest moment. Maybe we can add a new category.
It just is so funny because nobody even knew. I'm sure people felt the tension, that was going on in the game, but probably had no idea why you came in and said the way that you said it. What's funny is I think people, and people have mentioned this, that they've heard the clip because I know that David's played it on his show. But at the end, you just said, timeout.
Timeout. Josh is in my ear. He's like, we gotta get to a break.
Just timeout.
And
everybody on timeout.
It was a well-timed timeout. Everybody had to go sit in their corner. It was that was a pivot point in the entire season, and we could feel it. That loss hurt. That moment hurt.
Yeah.
It played out on the air the way that it did, but
it's your first year. You're getting to know us. I know we were through a lot of the season.
Yeah, at that point, I'm a sophomore.
We're like a brother and sister fighting, kind of getting after each other a little bit. And as people put it, you were like the dad having to settle us down in that moment. And you and Ben were just looking at each other like, what is going on?
Yeah, Ben's the one that usually keeps us all in line, but at that point, we just had to sit back and let this thing hopefully dissipate after a commercial break. That was the most well-timed commercial break, I think, ever. You two probably weren't the only two that were fighting in that stadium at that point in time, considering how the game was turning. I'm sure there were fans yelling at each other at that point in time.
Yeah, but it was quite the moment for sure.
This might be, now Damon has poll on social media, but objectively, this might be the biggest landslide.
It was kind of one of those things, too, because I know that I've also heard, like I have laughed out loud a lot listening to John Baylor.
We have to mark it down.
West, and even in the post game that JB has some back and forth with Danny, and so from here on out now, we're going to, take note of things that happen in the broadcast so we can, have those categories moving forward. I know there were a couple of fun call-ins and Big Red reaction, but we wanted to be able to highlight multiple people, but I guarantee you we missed a very hysterical moment from John Baylor.
We could probably do Big Red reaction as its own category. I think that's something we could do.
Best caller,
something we can do next year. Best caller, whether that's you describe best as like the funniest or probably not like the best football point. That's not really anything that would look good on an award show. I think probably like the wackiest callers. And we don't want to promote people being wacky just to be wacky, though. But I think that could be its separate category next year because this will be an annual thing.
Yes. So the interns have another task that they're going to be responsible for moving forward in all of the broadcasts.
Maddie Mills, that is?
Yes, Maddie Mills is taking note.
Thank you.
Of all of the funny moments that happen throughout the course of a season. But as if you forgot how it's done, so at the end of the show, we will post a poll on our X account so you can go and vote for what moment you want to win this Sharpie Award, funniest moment on the radio.
And it will. So what was Jamarcus Lawrence was 77?
70 to like 18.
Was it as high as 77% or was it low 70s?
I thought
low 70s. This might be
100%.
Again, Damon has poll. It depends on what he wants to do with it. Do I vote for myself? Because if I'm being objective, I'm voting for Kent, right? Because that's by far the funniest moment. Jeff's reaction was hilarious, because like it's a football term. A-gap's a football term, but he just as we all know, one word changes the entire context of a phrase.
So funny. All right. So make sure you go and vote right after the show. And then the poll will be up for a couple days. But I think Wednesday night, right after the show. And then we will have the winner coming up on Thursday. So 8 o'clock sharp, that poll will be out. Go vote for Kyle.
Go vote for me. Now, I think it's a cool idea. We'll have a better idea because this was put together later, right? It's something we put together pretty close to us creating the Sharpies. But if we go a full broadcast year, understanding this is something we're going to do in July, we're going to have a much better handle on what we want it to look like, sound like, marking different moments throughout the year. I think it'll be even better next year.
All right, let's get to a break. Coming up next, we've got Camden's culture segment that still does not have a name.
Unnamed.
We've only got like 3 more weeks left of this segment, and it still does not have a name, but that's all right.
3 more weeks left?
I don't know.
I thought
We're not keeping it year-round, are we?
I'm ready to rock with it until the end of time.
Okay, we'll see. We'll discuss. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Shopping for a vehicle shouldn't feel complicated. At Woodhouse Auto Family, our commitment to clear price is about more than the price you see. It's about creating a buying experience that's straightforward, transparent, and hassle-free from beginning to end. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, flexible financing, fair trade values, and trusted service after the sale, you'll see why so many drivers continue to choose Woodhouse. Woodhouse, clear price, clear choice, hassle-free all the way to your driveway.
And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers. Starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. I should also mention, in terms of the Sharpies, if you do not have X, we did say this last week that you could text in your vote for who you want to win, 402-413-2400, and our intern, Maddie Mills, will be checking that throughout the week.
I think you can text him directly, actually.
And, we're going to give out his number to maybe text him. So he'll be tallying the votes on the text line. Now, last week it didn't matter, sorry, but the Twitter poll ran away with it, Jamarcus Lawrence. But if it's close and it comes down to text votes, your guy, Maddie Mills, will be texting those in. But we do have a couple of people that have already chimed in. Tim in Minnesota said definitely the horse sounds. So that's surprising that gets a vote.
That might be the only vote.
Art in Los Angeles said, Jessica, I've been listening to this program for many years, and I have to admit you are the funniest and most entertaining person in all of Husker radio programming. It would not be the same without you. With that said, I'm voting. I'm voting for Kyle.
Yeah. I'm the funniest. I'm the best.
I am kind of a part of that, though.
Nope.
I mean,
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
My name was in the category or in the nominee list.
Your voice wasn't in it, though.
No, but I feel like I have a little bit to do with that vote, or with
the
that
moment coming.
vote.
Yes,
or with that. Yeah, what is it? The nominee.
So. Now this, certain presidential elections come down to one state, Camden. This one ain't coming down to one state.
You think so?
No.
Yeah.
I think Kent's already won Texas, California.
All the big ones.
He's won Florida. Yeah, he's running away with the sucker.
Oh, Matt's in the chat is volunteering his number. He said, "Who wants my number?" So
Matty Mills is in the chat.
he's in the chat.
Okay.
Funny, he can be in the chat, but he can't be at work.
Hold on a second. Tell him to get his hands off the keyboard and get in. We need him.
I mean, you already fired CSD today.
Oh my goodness.
Mid-program, like Ryan
They
Clark.
threw a highlighter at me last week.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh, I'm
She was on board with that.
Glad you love that.
All right.
By the way, we have this segment that we don't have a name
Camden.
for.
We have Camden's culture segment
Yeah.
up now. So.
All right. Well, guys.
Also, 402-413-2400.
Have we
Get
changed
those
the
votes
music
in for the funniest moment.
no, we got the same music.
Oh, God.
Fucking Red Bull, please. Please. Fucking
right.
cranberry juice.
Black Cherry White Claw.
Do people still drink White Claws?
All right. Camden, let's hear it.
All right. Well, to start off pop culture tonight, I have a special celebrity guest that ties into my first topic. So, Chris, play the message from our esteemed guest.
What's up, Husker Nation? Matty Mills here from not the studio, but here at RAGBRAI, day number 2. Day 1 and 2 were both good, a little bit hilly, 60 miles-ish both days. But we're feeling pretty good, honestly. We're feeling pretty good. The pool, much needed, very refreshing. We're in Guthrie Center, if you know where that is. Guthrie Center, Central Iowa. Seen a lot of Hawkeye fans, unfortunately. Did see a Husker fan out there, so had to tell him go Big Red. But here at Guthrie Center, ready for day 3 tomorrow, and we're feeling good so far. We'll give you more updates as they come, but hope all is well in the studio. Jessica, Kyle, Camden, CSD. I'll be back next week, and go Big Red.
Now, first things first.
I
the
forgot
fact that
he was doing check-ins.
that wasn't done on the slide is he should have been doing that on the slide. There was a slide behind
Oh,
the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest miss of all time. He should have been on the slide.
I mean, I forgot that we told him to do check-ins. But
Yeah, you're welcome.
So
You're welcome.
appreciate the check-in,
So he biked
Matty
60
Mills.
miles?
Yeah. Yesterday and today.
Total.
Like both.
Wow.
60.
And he still was able to do a live check-in with us on the show.
It took a lot of work for him. He had to connect to
Wow.
some random trailer Starlink, he said. His
I
connection
hope
was
they
super
stole
bad.
all his information on his phone.
Wow.
It'd be worth it for us to get the check-in.
What
so.
dedication.
Why didn't you do a live segment with him in
From
Iowa?
Post
Y'all were
Malone.
both in Iowa.
We were both. No, he probably wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
No, I
But you
was
should have
there
done
on
one from
Friday.
Post Malone.
What dedication?
That's maybe. Does he get some points back for you for doing that?
Not yet.
Nope. Okay.
He's going to check in throughout the week, though. We have it set up. So he's going to check in the next couple
week
days.
This
Yep.
is happening.
Yep.
All right.
So
Now
it
that we know,
goes into my question.
I can toss to it next time. So
Yes.
Well,
All
I
right,
think he
here we
wanted
go.
the surprise.
Okay,
yeah,
here we go.
today for sure. So based on that, I'm wondering what the farthest that you guys could bike without stopping is.
Oh gosh.
How many miles?
Not even
Did
a
you
mile.
get to 60? You
I
can go a
think it's
mile?
More than a mile.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like biking.
I've never tested the limits of biking, but
I went, I think, 25 when I was like 7.
okay.
And
Was there
that's
anybody?
still the
Was there
farthest I've
anybody
gone.
with you
Yes.
at that point, or were you
Yes.
running away from home?
No, we're on the trail and we're going to some like nacho place.
Without getting off the bike.
Yeah, like in
Do
one
you
time.
get like a runner's high with biking too, where your body doesn't necessarily get in a flow state? So
You probably would.
I think I could. Maybe I could do 100.
You think so?
100 miles?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I could do a mile.
You could do a mile.
I don't know. If it's downhill.
Because you could walk a mile, right?
Yeah.
So
I can
you
walk
should
a
be
mile.
able to.
I don't know.
Ride a bike for a
I
mile.
couldn't go very far, I can tell you that. Maybe 5 miles, if that.
See, but that wouldn't be very good for our cycling class with Coach Ravel.
I've
No, it
done her
also
class,
depends. Are
and I
there-
had to quit.
Is there any uphill?
Well, I mean, there'd be some like
I had to-
natural,
I had
up
to
and down,
change
natural
the,
like terrain.
I had to change the resistance down to the easiest notch.
The one?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I had a handlebar going on my leg once when I was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a big thing. I have a huge Nike-looking scar on my leg.
Wow.
Brakes didn't work.
Save that story for another day. All right, Cannon, what else?
Next up, we're big on ranking things in the sports world, right? But what if we ranked fruits? So, Kyle, right up your alley, Jess. Obviously, want your input
I would
too.
put
I want
wa-
a fruit tiers list though. Like what are
Watermelon's the GOAT.
That's same. Yep.
Would you agree?
Mm,
Pineapple's up there.
I like grapes.
Grapes is a good one.
I also like bananas. I like plums.
Plums is interesting.
3 of them that are nowhere near the A group. Watermelon, cantaloupe.
I like cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, put that in the goat tier.
Yep.
The goat debate.
Strawberries.
A little too tart.
One. It's solid.
A little too tart.
Definitely grapes is number 1 for me. It's my number 1.
I think watermelon is number 1 by far.
I think grapes is number 1 by far.
I freeze my grapes and eat them frozen.
Too. With Jello,
with oatmeal,
with sugar-free Jello. You can put them in there. It tastes like candy.
Huh?
You put oatmeal on your grapes?
I put the grapes in the oatmeal. It depends on how.
She puts like the Jello powdering on the grapes.
I could see that.
It tastes like candy. It's fantastic. So
I've seen people do that with like Greek yogurt. It's a very nice snack. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that was good.
We got some cherries on the chat.
No, I don't like, but the pits.
The pits get
the pits are an issue because you want to rip through a fruit. You know,
mango.
No peaches here.
Mango, a good mango.
I said Colorado peaches.
I like pineapple.
That's my tier.
I really like pineapple.
I mentioned pineapple, and there was no reaction.
I missed
pineapple.
it.
You don't listen to me. CSD, you're a pineapple guy.
Big
CSD's
pineapple guy.
Biggest pineapple guy.
Pineapple too. Okay.
Next, Chris saw the Odyssey the other day. He said it was very good, and the Trojan horse is a big part of said movie. But we were wondering, what kind of monument would you use to stealthily sneak into an opposing team's venue?
Herbie Husker mascot uniform.
You'd wear that to get in?
Yeah, that probably wouldn't hide anything. It'd probably be out in the open wearing a Herbie Husker deal.
Yeah.
You tried to walk in to a stadium and got yelled at Maryland, remember?
That's right. They yelled at me.
So you needed something.
You definitely needed some disguise.
I could like stand on or like sit on your shoulders and do like the old bit where you wear the long trench coat and the hat and the sunglasses. Do that. Like, hello, sir. And you're like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Build a giant ear of corn.
Yeah, that'd be solid.
I mean, why can't you just walk in with a press pass and just pretend, hey, I'm here to...
Because that's
boring.
That's boring to the hypothetical.
I've done that. I've certainly done that.
Okay, well, let's say Keith Mann didn't get you a press pass. Then what?
I don't know.
What's like your best Halloween costume you've ever worn? Maybe you can go like that. I don't want to. I was Kenny Stills, who was a wide receiver who had a mohawk. You were Kenny Stills for Halloween?
I got a photo.
That's a whole nother story.
I know.
We can save a show where a handlebar went in my leg and then she was Kenny Stills for Halloween. That's all.
Oh boy! All right, is that the last one?
Yeah, that can be the last one. We're running short on time.
Odd costume.
Yeah.
It's Kenny Stills for Halloween.
Oh, I've got a
Ma'am,
photo.
are you okay?
I'll find the photo during the commercial break.
Okay.
All right, we're back to wrap up the show next.
Husker fans, football season is right around the corner. We need you there to continue to make Memorial Stadium the best atmosphere in college football. You can now choose between 2 mini plans, a 3-game mini plan for $185 and a 4-game mini plan for $225. These plans are your best way to guarantee a ticket to the Indiana and Ohio State game and are only available while supplies last. To purchase today or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Choosing the right vehicle starts with choosing the right dealership. At Woodhouse Auto Family, clear price is more than a promise. It's the foundation of everything we do. That means a straightforward buying experience, flexible financing, fair trade values, and trusted service that continues long after you've driven off the lot. Every interaction is designed to give you confidence, earn your trust, and make buying your next vehicle easier. That's the Woodhouse difference. Woodhouse, clear price, clear choice, hassle-free all the way to your driveway.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Technology isn't just a part of your business, it is your business. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we believe that the right technology tools make all the difference. From seamless phone systems to secure cloud solutions, we empower Nebraska businesses to stay connected, protected, and ahead of the competition. Your technology isn't an afterthought, it's your competitive edge. Let the official business IT partner of the Huskers show you how technology helps drive business success. Technology is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com. HyundaiUSA.com.
At Woodhouse Hyundai, triple your down payment in a new 2026 Hyundai Elantra SEL Sport. Lease yours for just $178 per month. Put $2,000 down and we'll add another $4,000 on us. Plus, rest assured with Hyundai Owner's Assurance, America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Visit WoodhouseHyundai.com or WoodhousePlaceHyundai.com today. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with approved credit, tax, title, license extra. First payment $299 doc fee and $650 acquisition fee due at signing. Stock number H260962. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Welcome back. Final segment here of Sports Nightly on this Monday evening. What an eventful show.
Sing it. It's your favorite artist.
Who would have thought, a year ago when you signed up for this job, you knew you'd be eating scotcheroos live on the air?
It's not a bad gig when you think about it.
I know.
Eating scotcheroos on the air.
I found one photo of my Kenny Stills costume.
I saw that.
I've got another one that's better.
Kenny Stills for Halloween.
Yeah.
Never Baker Mayfield for Halloween?
I was never Baker Mayfield, no. I was an official several times because my dad and brother were both referees.
I wanted to be a referee.
That would get me into a stadium.
I wanted to be a referee when I grew up. Truly.
You did?
I always would ask my mom, my dad for a referee like a referee shirt as a kid. I wanted to be an official. That's not even a joke.
Like of what sport?
I had football official. I wanted to be a coach for a little bit. Thank goodness, for everybody's sake, that didn't happen. I was a basketball coach of a rec team, very young kids. I was a terrible coach. Horrific coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be a coach. My dad was a coach, and I didn't want to teach. I love teachers, but that's a part of my.
You teach swimming.
I do teach swimming, but Sam in Omaha, what's Sunday going to be for Halloween this year? Probably nothing, unless Kyle wants to dress her up. Was
Sunny anything
niece.
Last year?
Well, no, she was not.
Has Sunny ever been anything for Halloween? We had costumes last year.
We did. I wonder if Jim is going to send in Halloween costumes again this year.
Hope so.
All right. Well, what a fun show, though. Again, we have the Sharpies that will be live. You can vote on that here coming up in just about 5 minutes on our X account, or send those in 402-413-2400. Matt Mills will be checking those as he's biking across Iowa.
And spinning down that slide into the pool.
What do we have coming up tomorrow? I forgot. I don't know what they have on the show tomorrow.
I think that's a you decision every day, to be honest with you.
We do have trivia. We'll have
we'll have a football interview of some sort.
Yes, we will.
Do we have newcomer Hall of Fame?
No newcomer tomorrow, but we will have Hall of Fame. That's it. Taylor Edwards. We'll have Taylor Edwards coming up.
That's
tomorrow.
a pretty good conversation.
Coming up, though, on this week on the show, I did have a chance to catch up with Natalie Potts last week. So I know that's been one of our biggest questions that we get on the text line during basketball season was her status. So I did get a chance to chat with her. Amy Williams will be on the show this week as well. So we'll be able to catch up with her. It's been a pretty crazy summer for her. They've been on a heater. You know, talk about the kind of the recruiting trail for a lot of programs. So women's basketball also has had a lot of success on the recruiting trail. So we'll have her coming in as well. So lots to catch up with Amy.
Yeah, big women's basketball week. That'll be here before you know it. You heard Camden mention on the ticker. They'll have Wayne State as the first exhibition. That'll be in October.
We're going to play in the Chase Center, and
yes,
a cool event coming up this year as well.
And that'll be also Ohio State, and what's the other team that's playing? Is it Stanford? Are also playing in that event at the Chase Center.
Yeah, so neat event there. Final couple seconds. I don't know who won the golf picks. I actually don't, because
we have to do research. I had the highest place finisher, but I don't know.
We don't know if that added up. So we actually forgot who picked what golfers. So we have to go back. We'll try to announce that tomorrow. So that's gonna do it for us. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts. Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers.
Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires